see you. See how beautiful you are. You lovely. Everyone loves you. We love you. How was your day?
My camera's not focusing. I'm so sorry, guys. My camera's probably not focusing.
Your camera's like, hey, girl. We love you.
Okay, there we go.
She's taking her time. It's okay. It's okay. There you go. Right there. Perfect. Perfect. Right there. Perfect. Mine goes in and out. Dude, I can see your sparkles.
Yeah, I put sparkles on at the last minute.
You're shining bright like a diamond. I love it. Turn lights off. That might her light. They are. She's got where the room is. There's a lot of lights coming through her blinds that are closed.
Yeah. So I'm in my brother's room, and I had to put like a blanket over my blinds. Like,
yes, you look great.
Thank you.
You look great.
So thank you. All right. Hi, guys. Hi, Lexi.
So,
hi, Loco.
So this is Mimi. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Most of you guys know who she is, but for those of you guys who are new to the channel or are new to checking us out, I'm gonna have Mimi introduce herself, and then I'll introduce myself and all that jazz.
All right. So, hi, guys. It's Mimi. I am very shy right now, so apologies. But this is who I look like for those who don't know. I am studying to be an elementary school teacher. I play video games on the side. I've been a supporter for Meg for like 2 years. And look, she also got me a new mic. Shout out to Meg. Thank you so much. I love it. Thank you. And I love Meg, and we all love Meg, and Levi is eating his butt. Yummy.
No, Levi is eating his dick. That is what he's eating. And he's eating his feet. Levi, you're on camera and she's literally introducing herself. He's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
So yeah. So anyways, that's me. So I'm freaking excited.
Dude, I love the Am I an Asshole ones. They're great, dude. I love them.
I love people who are assholes, so
okay.
Just so I can call them out.
That's definitely one way to put it. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, so we've done a couple of recordings and episodes that will be released of Am I the Asshole, but this is technically Mimi's first recording of Am I an Asshole, so that's exciting. I believe we've got 7 or 8 stories that we're gonna try and get through. We'll see how long it takes. You guys here in chat, whether you guys are here live or if you guys want to comment on the video, you guys are absolutely more than welcome to put your 2 cents on any of the stuff that we talk about, by all means. Our sound alerts are paused for today, so I do apologize for that. I know you guys like to spam and troll with that during a normal regular stream, so get wrecked. Yo, what's up, Bing Bing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. But also on top of that, I did leave blurps, so feel free to use blurps if you guys want to, but try not to obviously excessively do them, because this is technically a recording as well. But we wanted to share a little bit of what we do here live on stream with you guys included and whatnot. Jesus, words are hard. Whatever. Yes, I'm a soul whore. Okay, Lex, honestly, live your best life. Live your best life.
I thought Lex said that, like, Jesus's, like, dick is hard or something like that. I was like, what?
That is not what I read. That sure isn't what I read, but I'm glad we're on 2 different pages today. That will make this episode even more interesting. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Meg, aka ErectDicator. ErectDicator is our streaming alias. That's our nickname that we go by, Ed, or whatever. But on all the other platforms and the other things that we do, our nickname is Meg. That's also because my mother hates the name ErectDicator, so shout out to Mama Tater. We love her for that. I get it though. She's like, you're gonna bring in the wrong crowd. And it's like, no, I bring in the best crowd ever. Literally that name alone, because everyone thinks I'm a balding 35-year-old man, and then they see who I am and they're like, this is fucking brilliant. And I was like, I Love it. So that's what we've got going on. But yeah, so that's what I am. I'm a full-time streamer. I would like to shift into being a full-time content creator and not necessarily a full-time streamer. So we are starting to make that transition here with this podcast as well. Our podcast is called Direct Golden Hours. You guys can follow us on our different social medias that we've got going on. I will put that in chat for you guys as well. And also shout out to you guys who have already followed our various social media platforms. You guys and accounts. You guys are absolutely amazing. I adore you guys. You guys are fantastic. We love you. We cannot thank you guys enough for that. We post daily on Instagram. We're getting around to the Twitter, but at the same time, this entire podcast is run by literally the two of us. So breaking the social medias down in between the two of us and getting alerts out there and getting posters and graphics done, it has been, and edits, we edit everything. We edit our own clips, we edit our own audio, we edit all of it. The only thing that we have not done is the art itself. We did have an artist, and her information is going to be linked in the description below when we post this podcast out there and whatnot. She's fantastic. I adore her. She's amazing. But other than that, all the rest of the stuff has been Mimi and I, and so we've been kicking ass and taking names with it as much as we possibly can. So without further ado, Mimi, if there's anything else that you want to add before we throw it down and get crazy brazy with it. Also, hello, welcome in, Legs.
Hi, Legs. There we go. So those are Linktree. That's the one who did our art. She's amazing. I've known her for like 3 years now. She was part of another community that I was a part of. So if you guys want to check her out, she's an amazing artist. She's actually currently working on children's books, which I actually might buy here soon because, as you guys know, I'm studying for early childhood education. I actually currently work with children, toddlers.
Children!
I just got home running around chasing toddlers, 1-year-olds.
Honestly, not gonna lie, that kind of sounds like a dream.
I just got done with that, so I was actually a little bit late to getting ready for stream because I had gotten home from work and then I was like, oh my god, I gotta get ready.
Oh, you is good. You is good. You take your time. You live your best life. Okay, so our first one is am I the asshole for telling my best friend his girlfriend is disgusting?
Yes, just kidding. I don't know.
We're about to find out. So initial thoughts right off the rip. Am I the asshole for telling my best friend his girlfriend is disgusting? What do you think, Mimi?
Initial thoughts, just depends on who the girlfriend is. So either way, I would say like it is kind of an asshole saying because you know, if you call somebody disgusting, it's like not very fun to hear.
Right. See, from go ahead.
No, you're fine. So, but yeah, no, it just automatically was like, it could have been phrased better, but I don't know. That's just like right off the bat. But we'll see what it says because I have it pulled up right here too. So
I feel that. Yo, you gem, foggy, soggy, foggy, all the above. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome to our live recording. I hope you're having a fantastic day. So for me personally, right off the rip, am I the asshole for telling my best friend his girlfriend is disgusting? When I read that, she must be nasty. Like, not good hygiene, like, doesn't brush her teeth, you know, maybe she says extremely vulgar things. That's what I'm thinking. So, of course, right off the rip, it's like, oh, if you're gonna call something disgusting, they must be nasty. So it's like, all right, it's, maybe they're not the asshole, maybe, you know, whatever it may be. So here right off the rip, based off of that would be my first thought if I hear something like that. But here we go. Also, Soggy, you're a gem. I adore you. Mwah. Okay, I, 22 female, have been friends with Danny, 22 male, since high school, and he recently moved in with his current girlfriend, Lucy, 22 female. They had a housewarming party on Friday, and Lucy spent most of the night dancing with her own friends, who are very like her, excitable, very much an extrovert, etc. And then dragging Danny away from his conversations with us, his friends, to dance, even though he's more like us, an introvert, not really a partier. Later, Danny was being quiet, so I went and asked him if he was okay, and he said he was just tired. but he just kept watching Lucy dancing and then said something in her ear the next time she came over, and she just shook her head and laughed at him. After she went back to her friends, I asked if it was bothering him how she was behaving, and he asked me to explain. I mentioned the attention-seeking dancing and the fact she was wearing something really revealing, even though other guys were at this party. Danny said it didn't bother him, then sat down with like a moody face. Okay. At the end of the night, Lucy sat down with us and started chatting nonstop about how amazing the party had been. I pointed out jokingly, Danny obviously wasn't enjoying himself since he looked miserable. And Danny told her I was worried he was jealous because of her outfit. Lucy ruffled his hair, which he hates, and said he was quiet because he loved her outfit so much he couldn't wait for us all to leave so he could drag her to bed. I thought that was completely inappropriate and said to Danny that in that case, I'd leave if she was just going to be disgusting, and Lucy just laughed at me, so I did leave. Today, Danny has messaged me saying Lucy wants an apology before I'm allowed back in their home. But when I asked if Lucy will apologize for making me uncomfortable, he said no, she doesn't have anything to be sorry about. I was genuinely only worried about my friend, but admit I could have just left without calling her disgusting. Am I the asshole? I'll read the edit after we discuss this.
I think I think like it just depending like the edit about the I just started reading the edit. I was like, okay, first of all, it doesn't matter what you wear. But it seems as though like the best friend was flirting. Like, or the best friend was flirting with him.
How so?
Like, the attention-seeking dancing is actually she was wearing something really revealing. Other guys were at this party, so it seems like she was trying to get to him.
Okay.
Right?
I disagree. But again, it's the way she's written it. So he was pulled away from their conversations multiple times. I don't think she needed to call her disgusting. I think that's out of line. I don't think you need to call somebody disgusting for wearing whatever they want in their own home. It's their own party. She got invited to it. You don't need to sit there and call somebody disgusting. Now, if she was like belligerent, drunk, being disgusting, being sloppy, being gross, then it's like, okay, but still, me personally, I probably wouldn't call somebody disgusting. Especially not to their face, unless everybody else at the party was very uncomfortable. So I do think it was kind of an asshole move to call her disgusting. I don't think she was trying to flirt or get with Danny. I think what it was is she knows Danny. She knows that he doesn't like settings like this. However, and I don't want to call it a sacrifice, but he's willing to have parties like that because that's what makes his girlfriend happy. And he likes it when his girlfriend's happy. It makes him happy. Right? So if he has to go and dance with her, you know, so she's happy or whatever and be included, like he's gonna go and do that, you know? Just because he's more introverted, you know, doesn't mean he's not gonna try and do that. Well, she's clearly stated that he also was like irritated. He was moody. He was, you know, and he could have just been tired. I know when I get tired, sometimes I start to lash out. Last night, I played some Fortnite after a little bit and I was lashing out left and right because of my migraine and because I was tired. So I was like, I gotta go to bed, bro. I was like, I gotta go. So I genuinely don't think that this girl best friend, I genuinely don't think she's trying to get with Danny. Because if I'm gonna be honest, I would have done the same thing. I would have gone, if I saw one of my friends, like, not happy or uncomfortable or not feeling well, and it's their party or not their party, I'm gonna go talk to them. I'm like, hey, you good? You okay? And the problem is like we don't know any previous stuff. So has Danny ever said anything to this girl? Has he said anything along the lines like, I don't like it when my girlfriend dresses like that. I don't like it when she dances like that. Or is she just assuming that shit?
I think because I was a little confused about the entire situation, to be honest with you. Like, I think like there's a little bit of jealousy within this situation too.
Sure. Jealousy as in
like this girl, she's like doing her own thing she's doing what she wants to do, and like there was you're right, there's no reason for her to be calling her an asshole. I was just a little confused. I was like, so wait, are you like jealous because she's trying to get with your boyfriend, or like what is going on?
Well, she's not. So it's the girlfriend that's dressing inappropriately, according to this girl. So what it is, so this Am I the Asshole is the best friend. She's asking if she's the asshole.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's the girlfriend that's dancing erotically and dancing in her own home with her own friends, and she never stated that she was dancing on other men, you know, but that doesn't mean other men weren't looking. But she wasn't dancing on like other men. It's her own party or whatever.
Right.
She, you know.
Can you guys hear that? Can you hear that ice cream truck?
Only a little bit, but only when you talk. It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't.
Okay,
so
no, I don't. I think she's being the asshole. Like, there's a little bit of jealousy within the situation as well. I think, like, you know, telling my best friend his girlfriend is disgusting. Like, no, I think there's jealousy in her. Like, she's feeling jealous of the girlfriend.
Why? Because the girlfriend is with her best friend, or because the girlfriend gets to express herself, or both?
I think. Sorry, let's move on.
You're fine.
I think it's because the girlfriend. Okay, sorry. Repeat that question.
Because you're saying she's jealous. Do you think she's jealous because the girlfriend is her best friend's girlfriend, or is it because she's dancing and expressing herself how she can?
I think she's dancing and expressing herself how she can, because I've had friends like that.
Okay, so you don't think she's jealous that she's not with Danny. You think she's jealous because the girlfriend gets to dance and dress the way that she wants to, however she wants to.
Yeah, she's jealous of her entirely, I think, because I feel as though that like this has happened to me before, where I've had friends and like I dress so cute. I'm like so cute and I look so good and I'm doing my own thing and I'm happy, I'm doing my own thing. I'm like, oh, I look so freaking hot in this. And the girl literally straight up told me, she's like, you don't look as cute as you think you do in this.
I'm sorry? Why? Because you were getting attention from people?
Or I just felt good about myself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's where I was like, okay,
yes.
So why? So I think that's where that jealousy is, because like this relates to me. And especially if you're going to be like calling your best friend, or sorry, for telling my best friend his girlfriend is disgusting, like that is, I think that she's jealous of that girl.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry. And that's the thing is maybe
because like I've had this experience before, but it was from other girls.
Oh yeah.
Have you had that experience before with other girls?
I've had experiences where girls will. I will ask my girlfriends, when I was in college, I would ask my girlfriends which outfit they think would look the best on me. And in my opinion, there's one clear answer, but I just need that like affirmation that, okay, this is the one. And I've always had that one girl in my group that's always picked the one that I, in my mind, personally thought, without telling any of them, personally thought that dress or that outfit was the most unflattering. And every single time she would pick that outfit. And it's like, majority says the blue one, so I'm gonna go with the blue one and not the fuchsia pink one, or whatever it was, you know? So I've always had like somebody like that. But then there'll be times where, you know, I don't know, that I've never been in a housewarming situation. I've never been in a situation like, as far as like this goes. The only time that I've ever spoken out against somebody is when it has been made very clear to me that everybody there at the party or at the event or whatever was uncomfortable because of how they were behaving. Typically it was their behavior, not so much their attire, but it was very much their behavior and the things that they were doing. So then that's when like I've spoken up and been like, hey, like, I'll go and check on them. Are you okay? A lot of times the person's like very drunk or very whatever. That was way back when I was in college and stuff like that. So it just kind of depends. I know that girls can be nasty sometimes. I know that girls can be mean like that. I know that a lot of girls have different motives. you know? So this girl's motive is, in my personal opinion, it doesn't come off, but again, it's her POV and it's her writing and it's the way that she's making it. I don't personally think she's coming across that she's trying to date Danny, her best friend, or anything like that. You want me to read the edit? Well, she's also an introvert. She's very much an introvert. So she's not gonna go out and party the way that this girl's partying. She's not gonna wear the things that this girl's wearing. So to her, that's weird. It makes her uncomfortable. Also, I'm not gonna lie, but if I didn't know you very well and you make a comment about how your boyfriend can't wait to like rip your clothes off and like is very touchy-feely and I'm like right there, I'm gonna get uncomfortable. I'm gonna be like, I need to clearly move before y'all make a baby on my lap.
Area. Yeah.
You know, I would get uncomfortable.
I wouldn't mind, personally. I wouldn't mind. I mean, it just depends on where things go. Like I said, I'm a very sexual person, but like I would also be like, okay, yo, like obviously things are getting a little down and dirty. Like do you guys need a room? Do you need me to get your room?
Bro, I run away. The moment people's hands start touching, it's like, excuse me, I'm just gonna go over here now and sip my juice. Bro, I'm not, like, I don't like to, but that's also because, like, stuff like that is very private for me, and I'm not gonna sit there and jump on somebody or my boyfriend on a couch in the middle of a fucking room full of people and be like,
it just kind of depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, go ahead and read the edit because like I kind of read it, but I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like she's jealous, in my opinion. Like there's a lot of jealousy within this, and I don't think I just think that she just wants to get with Danny, and like she's acting like she knows him, and she's acting like he doesn't want this, or you know.
Well, but that's the other thing is part of me feels like he's had to express something to his friends group about it.
Right.
Unless she full-blown is jealous and she's gonna try and make a big deal out of it, you know?
I wish I can watch it.
Yeah, I was like, absolutely not, bro. I don't want to, no. My friends all know that I'm an introvert. If I like the way they look, they would have taken me home or let me go to sleep. LMAO. Okay. That's one way to do it. That's one way to put it. Mean people can make a baby on my lap. At least I can watch. Get out of here, bro. You wild for that one.
I know, Mr. Milk Tea Sipper. Damn.
Yo, Tea Sipper out here wilding.
As long as it's consented.
For me, yes. So the edit says,
I'll be like, can I join in? Like, you guys are cute.
Oh, Lord.
But, like, can I join in?
Oh,
but,
Lord.
Like,
Mimi's like, I'm here.
It's because I'm poly.
Hey, that's okay. You live your best life.
Also, shout out to my shirt. It says, love whoever the fuck you want.
I love it. So this says that...
Sorry.
No, you're good. The edit says, to clarify, I didn't say the comment about her clothes directly to Lucy. I asked Danny once, then never mentioned it again. I asked him because I know in the past he said anything overly sexual makes him uncomfortable. Okay, so clearly there's been a conversation before.
Yeah.
He's not the kind of guy who makes innuendos or anything. Also, I'm in no way jealous of Lucy. She's the opposite of how I want to be, which is fine. People can be who they want. And Danny and I already tried dating years ago, but the spark wasn't there and it was uncomfortable after we tried. Being intimate, and we both agreed we were better as completely platonic friends.
Girl, feelings change. Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She can still care about him. I'm not saying that she probably does still have feelings for him, because feelings like that don't just go away, especially when you're still in the friend group. And she states that they tried being intimate and it was just weird and it was awkward, right? So she probably is protective of him. She sees that he's uncomfortable. She knows that this is something that he doesn't like, but at the same time, you know, I don't know. It's a lot to unpack. Like there's so much that it could be, to where she could have genuinely been like, hey, I'm checking in on you. Are you okay? She could have gone about it differently. She could have gone up to the girlfriend and, I don't know, addressed her in a polite way. But I don't know. But then it's also confusing because she says that she didn't say it directly to Lucy. She said it, she asked Danny. once and never mentioned it again. So now it's like, well, I'm confused. Did you address it when Lucy was sitting on Danny's lab, or did you say something in passing? Like, I don't understand, you know?
I don't understand it either. So this was 23 days ago. Wicked Angel Love. Your friend literally told you that he wasn't bothered, but you still felt offended. It's giving jealous and felt compelled to say something despite both of them being fine with it. And if he wasn't fine with it, it still wasn't your business, because if he wanted you to know, he would have told you.
Right.
You didn't jokingly point it out. You said it because you wanted how you felt to be known. So I still think, like, I'm still standing on the point that she's jealous.
Yeah, no, and I get that. As far as where her jealousy is pointed, I'm not 110% sure, to be completely honest with you.
She's jealous. She's jealous of the girl. She's jealous of, you know, her relationship, or the relationship that she has.
Okay, so you're changing your answer. You feel that she No, you're good. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want to clarify.
No, I meant, like, she's jealous of the girl and she's jealous that she can't be with Danny. That's
yes, because before you said that she wasn't jealous of the relationship, she was jealous that the girl could express herself. So now you're saying that
I would say probably both, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm a little confused at this entire situation.
Yeah, I'm a little confused as to her comment to clarify. Now I'm not clarified at all. I thought I understood everything, and now I'm not clarified in the slightest.
I'm not clarified entirely of this entire thing. That's why I'm like, I think there's, like, a lot of jealousy of that person who she is.
Absolutely.
Like, who she is, and jealous of the girl being in a relationship
successfully
with her best friend.
Yes. I do agree with that.
Sorry.
I agree with that 110% after her edit, because at first I was like, oh no, like, because this is the thing, is people won't tell me things, but I can read their body language and I can tell that they're uncomfortable, you know? Anybody can. Let me take that back. Most people can. You know, you're in a setting and you can see somebody very much being uncomfortable. You're probably gonna, you know, if you're friends with them, you're probably gonna go and say something to them. You know what I mean? So it's, I get why she would go and address him about it, but the way she handled it was very much a jealousy and asshole way. I feel like her feelings, the need to clarify, proves that there's jealousy somewhere in all that. Absolutely.
Yeah, see,
100%.
See, and, like, that's why I was just like, I don't honestly know. Like, I was just sitting here, I was like, so what's going on? Because, anywho,
I agree. I'm gonna close out of this one, but if you have any final thoughts, go for it.
No, go right ahead. And then I was wondering, can I go ahead and read the second one? And
absolutely.
Then, like,
which one is the next one for you?
The next one for me is, am I the asshole for getting a pregnancy craving during a party?
Yo, I have so many thoughts on this, and the comments I so disagree with. Yes, go ahead, read this, because girl, this one's gonna make me heated.
Thanks. Ooh. Okay, I'll see you later.
Love you, Lexi Poo.
Lexi Poo. Okay, so am I the asshole for getting a pregnancy craving during a party? Which, again, like, these the headings to these, like, confuse the hell out of me already. That's why I'm like, yeah. Okay, anywho. I, 29 female, am pregnant with my boyfriend, Sam, 32. Sam and I went to a party for his family. No momentous occasion, just a normal family get-together. During my pregnancy, I've had intense cravings. While we were at the party, I told Sam I was craving a slushie. About 30 minutes away, we had just arrived 20 minutes prior. He said to give him a little while and we'd go get one. After about 30 minutes, I said it again to Sam. He said, fine, get in the car. On our way there, we got into an argument and he thinks the craving could have waited a couple of hours. He's now mad at me that we had to leave the party early. We see his family 2 to 3 times a month, sometimes more, and I don't think it's a big deal to leave when I have a craving. Edit. Am I the asshole? Edit. Thank you, everyone. I get...
you don't have to read that. You don't have to read that. That has nothing to do with this actual story. People were giving her death threats. You don't have to actually read that.
What?
Yeah.
No way. No.
Yeah. Her.
Okay. So, first of all, this is my initial thought. No, you are not the asshole. You are a woman who is pregnant.
You're pregnant.
Have you ever had a fucking child inside of you, Sam? No. Have you ever had a child like expand your entire organs in your body and push everything up? Sorry, there's my dog. Push everything up against your body and like everywhere? No. Have you ever had a living human being inside of you, Sam? No. If she wants a slushie, get her a fucking slushie and go back to the party.
That's my point too, bro. So here's the thing. This is what blows my mind. Not a single person said, hey, when we go get the slushie, we have to go home. Not a single person said, hey, when we go and get the slushie, we're not allowed back at our family member's house. Like, that's it.
And if anything, he could have just left.
DoorDashed it!
He could have just left and fucking came back. Like, do you know what it's like to be a woman who is pregnant? Obviously you do not.
I don't, so, because I've never been to in a position like this. But here's the thing. Here's what I have to say about it. If you've got it, and I'm assuming, and this is the other thing is like, I don't know how far along she is. She states that her cravings have been very intense or whatever. She wants a slushie. She waited 30 minutes. She told them that she wanted a slushie again. She never said, Sam, according to this, she never said, Sam, we have to go get a slushie and we have to go home now. All she said was, I want a slushie. Anybody can go and get the slushie. I'm assuming that she can't drive. That's how pregnant she is. And that's why she's saying it. You know what I mean? Like, she's not able to go and get it herself. You're at a party. I understand the 2 to 3 times a month. I would understand why he would want to hang out there. By all means, go and get the slushie and come back. You know? She never stated where the slushie. Did they have to drive 2 hours to go and get a slushie? Was there no gas station for them to be able to get a slushie at? Where did they have to go? Like, we need a little bit more context with that. You know what I mean? But literally to drive down the road or to drive a couple of minutes to go and get your wife a slushie or girlfriend a slushie and then go back to the party. Why could they not go back? You know?
I didn't understand that either. I was like...
And some people's things is, let's see here. You're the asshole. A craving is something you'd really like to have, not life or death. You acted poorly like a child and made both of you go. Why couldn't you go alone? I don't understand why some people are so intense about their pregnancy cravings. I'm almost 26. Everyone's pregnancy is different. Let me make this very clear. Everyone's pregnancy is different. Everyone's cravings are different. Your pregnancies also differ from child to child. Period. Your delivery process changes from child to child. All of it changes. It's not the same. You're gonna have similarities. You're gonna be able to pick up quicker, like, yo, the baby's coming now. You're gonna be able to pick up like, oh, like, I'm definitely pregnant. You know, things are gonna change. But when it comes to cravings, she waited. It wasn't like she was pestering him every 10 minutes. He wasn't like, babe, Sam, I want a slushie. I want a slushie. I want a slushie. Sam, I need a slushie. Sam, I need a slushie. Sam, I have to have a slushie. She never did that, according to her. According to her and according to this post, they got to the party. She told him, hey, I really want a slushie. He was like, all right, we'll go get one in a moment. And she was like, all right, bet. 30 minutes go by. She walks up to him. She doesn't say, Sam, we have to go get a slushie now. She says, Sam, I'm craving a slushie. That's all she said. She didn't say we have to leave the party forever. She didn't say any of that. She just said, I'm craving a slushie.
She stated that she sees his family like a lot. So I really don't understand this. Like, and then there's a lot of people who are agreeing that she is the asshole.
I don't think you're the asshole, bro.
No. Like, have you researched what pregnancy is actually like when you have cravings? Again, like, that's why I'm just like, you don't know what, all of these people honestly don't know what it's like to be pregnant, obviously, except for that one.
And then the ones that have been, but this is the thing, is the ones that have been pregnant, that's their own experience. This is this lady's experience. You know, everyone's experience is going to be different. Everyone's going to do things however it is that, you know, they're going to do things. Again, in this thing, she never, what I need clarity is, why weren't they able to go back to the party after they left? Was it only, now here's the thing, if the get together was literally only a 45-minute get together, then I would understand. Where it's like, or like I don't know. I mean, they were there for 30 minutes and then they went and got a slushie. I still don't understand why they couldn't have gone back to the party. and I still don't understand why it was that big of a deal, in my personal opinion.
It seems like there was a little bit of miscommunication on both ends, but also
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but that's my thing. Like, my thing is, if I'm with a man and I'm pregnant, which probably will never happen. I will tell you this right now.
You don't know that. Never say never.
If I'm with a man and I'm pregnant, I expect him, my opinion, this is just how I feel, I expect him to kind of take care of me the best way he can. I'm not expecting him to like drop everything and like do everything right away. But if I'm pregnant, I expect him to take care of me because I'm literally carrying his child. His child is pushing up against my organs, up against like everything. My whole entire body is changing. My life is about to change entirely. I am carrying your offspring, whether you like it or not. Like,
so that's what you would want. You would expect that out of your partner.
I would want someone to just like do what I want, like not right away. I wouldn't want them to like, I wouldn't want to be like that dictator that is like, okay, this is what I want. But like, I would be like, okay, so what can we do? Like, if I want a slushie, if I'm craving a slushie, and be like at 3 a.m, I'm like, okay, so then what can we do? Can we make our own? Can we do something like in a couple of hours? Can I, like, I would try to communicate to him. I wouldn't want to like have him feel like he's like bow down to me or else.
He has to drop everything he's doing to go and do it for you right then and there.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. I get that. I respect that. I've got no expectations. I'm gonna wing it the first time, bro. I don't know.
But then again, I'm not gonna get pregnant because I don't want to share my offspring with men.
Well, that's your choice. I do.
Wait, and that's your choice too.
Yes, exactly.
And I need to be there for the what's it called? Because I love babies. I work with babies. But I will be there for the
Bro, you will be my personal nanny, dude. I'm like, come get this child now.
I am. Yeah, no, I can be your personal nanny.
Dude, say less.
$an hour, though.
say less. The next one is this one I have this one's okay, so we just talked about babies. I'm gonna skip this one and come back to it if you're okay with it.
Which is forgiving my mother.
No, the next one in line is giving up the seat for the crying baby. So I'm gonna skip that one since we just talked about babies, and I'm gonna do the embarrassed by my girlfriend's cosplay.
Do it.
Okay, so this one says, am I the asshole for being embarrassed of my girlfriend's cosplay?
This is interesting because I cosplay.
Based off of that title alone, what do you think, chat, and what do you think, Mimi?
Okay, so
Pixel says yes, immediate, yes. Yes, Tisa, no worries.
Expression of yourself and the characters that you love and that you like, coming from a person who cosplays. So I would say yes, you are an asshole for being embarrassed of your girlfriend's cosplay, and if you're around her while she's cosplaying, don't be around her. Because again, that's expression of herself and what she likes and dislikes. And when I'm a cosplayer, when I cosplay a certain person, like when I cosplayed as Padme Amidala, like I literally saw a Darth Vader and I was like, you hurt me. You made me have these babies. I was being a bitch.
Wow!
Because I for those who know what the story is about, like between Padme and Anakin, like
spoilers, Amy.
I was yelling at him, and he laughed at me, and I was like, "Don't laugh at me." He like looked at me. He's like, "Well, he took his mask off." So, but yeah, no. So like when I'm cosplaying, I'm in character. Like when I cosplayed Shinobu Kochu like 5 times, and like I'm always in character, and I'm always like, So that's just who I am specifically. So go ahead, Meg.
Gotcha. Daniel goes, I'm gonna be honest, cosplay is hot. Hey, yo. Daniel out here making moves. I feel that, dude. I feel that.
Have fun with that.
So it says, referring to himself, he's a 25 male. But myself, and my girl who's 25 male, girlfriend 24, had I don't know how to pronounce this. a double, what is it, a mass comedy. It's the very first sentence. It is one of the biggest and most intensive, like, surgeries that somebody has to go through when they have cancer. So she had this really big surgery 5 years ago. She had breast cancer and thankfully made a full recovery. Unlike a lot of women, she didn't have any reconstruction surgery. This was before I met her. So that's amazing. That's amazing. First of all, fucking amazing. Moving on. I'm a big anime nerd, and last weekend I invited her to a small anime con with me. She's seen a few episodes of my favorite shows, but she's not into anime. She does like cosplay though, and she works seasonally as an SFX artist at a haunted house near us. So when I asked her to go to the con with me, she asked if she could cosplay. And I said, sure. She got very excited and said I was going to love her costume. So I'll admit, I thought she was going to do something sexy for me. Well, not exactly. The day of the convention comes and she shows up at my house cosplay as Dobby. I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly. From My Hero Academia. It's the older brother to Todoroki, for those of you guys who are wondering. How do you say it?
I think it's Dobby. I don't know. I've only watched the first season of My Hero, so
gotcha. Whoops.
Sorry.
Spoilers. Oopsies. Specifically, a look he has later in the manga. It's a long white coat over white pants, no shirt. Her entire chest was exposed, and she'd obviously spent hours applying burn makeup. She has short hair that she dyes constantly. This time, she bleached it white and dyed a few red streaks. I wasn't expecting her to show up without a shirt. Her burn scar makeup only covers half her chest, so you could clearly see her scar from her surgery. It wasn't a very attractive costume, especially since she'd gone all out with the scar and made them look raised and kind of realistic. So she went full out on this. We went to the con.
Awesome, then.
We went to the con, and while a lot of people came up to take photos with her, I noticed several others looking at her chest. That evening, she said I'd been quiet all day, and I honestly told her I was a little embarrassed that she was flaunting her scar like that. She got mad and said she was making the best of her situation and said I was being insensitive, and she's been distanced ever since. I'm starting to feel guilty. Am I the asshole?
She obviously...
That's a lot to unpack, bro.
She obviously felt confident in what she did and, like, wanted to show off, like, herself and in the best way that she can. And she probably looked fucking awesome. So, yes, he's the asshole. Yeah, no. Like...
T-Sipper, he's stating the opposite.
Just wanted to look at a sexy little costume, obviously, and you were just... thinking about what your male gaze was that you wanted to see her look hot. Like, I don't understand.
I would be lying to, so if Case did a cosplay of somebody and had to, like, show his body off, regardless if he had a scar or not, I'm absolutely gonna get jealous of the people that look at him. 110%. 110%. I'm gonna be like, oh, you want that? Too bad. Sorry. You want a picture? That's fine. I'll take it for you. And I'll make sure that I save the one in your camera roll that makes you look like shit. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But so it's tough because I understand where he's coming from, but I also understand where she's coming from. As a creator and as somebody who's creative, I want to be able to show my work off. I want to be able to, you know, and she wanted to take his world and her world and put it in one. And so she wanted to cosplay something, so she did. Of course, and I'm gonna be honest with you, if I were to sit there and tell Case that I was gonna cosplay an anime character, I would be cosplaying an anime character that is very nice to look at. You know what I mean? Not somebody, not a character that identifies as the opposite gender. And also, but me also personally, like, I I don't know how to do it, so I don't even entertain the fact of doing this. Like the women that are able to literally transform themselves into these guy anime characters and do it where their like chest is out. One, it's insane how they do that. Two, my boobas are not in a position to where I could ever do something like that. But if I could, I don't know if I would, because I don't know if me personally I'm comfortable with that. But for her, she's clearly comfortable with it. She's embracing who she is. She's embracing her past. She's embracing that she survived cancer, you know? So I can understand what I can't quite figure out is he embarrassed that she was showing her scar off, or was he embarrassed that other people were looking at her chest and that's his girlfriend? Because I could understand if he was getting upset that other men and other people were looking at his girlfriend in a specific type of way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if he was getting upset or felt embarrassed just because her scar, that's a shitty thing to do. That's the type of person that gets embarrassed by their girlfriend for having stretch marks. And that's disgusting.
Yeah, see, and that's like, I don't know. It seems as though like he was like expecting her to cover her scars, cover her body, when she's clearly trying to be like super.
Well, he was expecting her to be some sexy anime character, and then when he got what he got and she wasn't playing some sexy anime character, he started nitpicking it. And then he was like, oh my god, her scar is showing.
Yeah, see, I think that like it just seems like it's very misogynistic in my opinion, because I just think that, like, you know, it's like if a girl wants to dress as whatever she wants, like, let her do it, or let them do it. Like,
exactly.
And that's another thing. Like, you don't have to assume, you know, if a girl wants to dress as like another girl, or, you know, if they want to dress as like a guy, then let them as a cosplayer. Like, I sit here and I'm just like, I'm totally down with dressing up as a guy, but that's just me. So
right, but that's the thing is when you're dressing up as go ahead.
Comfortable. You said that you're mostly comfortable with dressing up as a girl because, you know,
well, I can relate to the girl characters. I can't relate to the guy characters. I don't know. One, yeah. I'm very short, and a lot of these anime guy characters are not short, except for Meliodas. Shout out to you. I fucking love you, Meliodas.
I love Meliodas.
So I can cosplay Meliodas, but I can't. I don't know.
Meliodas can be an asshole. He was an asshole towards the end, but no spoilers.
Sure, but the thing is like I can't do male characters justice, in my personal opinion. So I wouldn't want to cosplay as a male character because in my personal opinion, I would not be able to get in character. And for me, I feel like that would be a disgrace to the character itself. So I would try to cosplay as characters that I somewhat looked like and somewhat behaved like, so that I could do that character justice, you know, and the community surrounding that character justice. But go ahead.
No, you're fine. I was just reading what Milk Tea Sipper said. Sounds like he's more bothered about her looking hot rather than her expressing herself.
Well, yes. that's the thing is like it's in my opinion it's opposite. He doesn't think she looks hot in her cosplay. He's upset that she didn't, you know. It sounds like he's upset, or maybe he's not upset. Maybe he's just disappointed. And that's the thing is when your expectations are here and somebody shows up with something here but on another plane, then of course you're going to be like, what? Oh, you're going to be caught off guard, which is justified, but you don't need to carry on your entire mood like that.
Yeah, a lot of these things,
Daniel, things, yes. Like, go ahead, sorry.
No, you're fine. A lot of these things, like with these Emma the assholes, is like, honestly, a lot of these things could have just been communicated. And like, you know, Daniel just he said a lot of these things could have avoided if people could have communicated a bit better. And that's like a thing. It's true. It's
most arguments come from miscommunications.
Exactly. Most arguments come from miscommunication, and that's unfortunately the way my relationship ended. It came from a form of miscommunication. And like I backed out of it because I was being controlled. So we won't get into that. But either way, like I just think like I don't know. It seems as though like yes, he could have communicated this a bit better. And what he was, I mean, if he wanted to ask her like, hey, can you cosplay as my favorite character from MHA? And, you know, it's up to her whether she wants to do it. But if she's like, oh, hey, I really like this character, Dobby, I was thinking about doing this because I had, breast surgery and stuff like that. So it was don't know. It just I feel like he could have came off of a little bit better. But I mean, if he was, I get where you're coming from too. Like, I would be, if I was with my significant other and, a lot of people are coming up to them and like saying that their cosplay is awesome. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be like embarrassed, or I wouldn't be jealous. I would just be more like, your costume is awesome. But I do get where you're coming from. I'm sorry, I was trying to make a point here and then I lost myself.
That's me every day, dude. Me every day. That's no, and that's the thing. We don't have to beat around the bush because I feel like I've been saying the same thing with this specific subject. I understand where he's coming from. I get that his expectations or his thought process was A, and hers was B. I do think that, him saying that he was embarrassed for her cosplay, I think that, it's important for him to communicate that to her, and it's important for him to like tell her why. I don't as far as he said, went to con, blah blah blah, I was a little embarrassed that she was flaunting her scar like that. So that's why he's embarrassed, or that's what he said to her, and that clearly is an insecurity that she's been working on. And she felt confident and comfortable enough, and she probably sees him as his safe space to where she's willing to show her scar off, and then he's like, I'm embarrassed by that. Like, how shitty is that? How shitty is that? That's so shitty, in my personal opinion. But at the same time, if she never communicated to him that she has insecurities about it, how is he supposed to know? So exactly. If she doesn't communicate it to it, he's not gonna know. He's gonna say what he says. If he does know about it and it isn't an insecurity that she has, and this goes both ways. If it was a guy that was cosplaying and he has a scar and it was his girlfriend that said, it's the same thing. Like, that's a shitty thing to say.